These are 3 sacrifices you will have to make in order to get rich. Whether it's friends, family, old ways, old habits, or how you spend your time. We're gonna get all into that on this video right here. Stay tuned. Hey class, this is Sifon with the 5th core subject. Make sure y'all boys and girls open up your books to the chapter of wealth. I hope you guys are feeling good, smelling good, living good, everything good. Tell me how your wealth journey is going. Tell me what things that you did this week to be able to, move the needle. And yeah, we're gonna get right to this video. I'm so excited because, man, we hit 500 subscribers now. 500. We're halfway to 1,000 now. I believe we can do it by December. I'm not gonna lie. I think we can do it by December. Also, hit the like button as well. Hit the subscribe button, the bell, so you can get these notifications. And also, share the movement. Share the movement with somebody you think that is gonna need what I'm talking about. Somebody who needs to sacrifice some things in order to get on your path as well. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first sacrifice that you're gonna have to make, and it's something that we may not want to make. I didn't want to make this sacrifice, but I had to sacrifice my old friends, my old family. Now the friends part, I didn't really care because I was willing to do like whatever it took to be able to get to my goals. But the family part was kind of tough because it's my family. But I had to sacrifice my friends and family because my current friends weren't moving the needle. My family, I had to sacrifice them, not in a way that I'm not hanging out with them, and that's not what I mean. What I mean is sacrifice you having certain conversations with them, especially things that they're not really knowledgeable of with their parents, so they're gonna advise you the best that they try to do. Also, my friends, I had to sacrifice my old friends because my old friends was based off the old me, right? As you guys are transitioning to a new person, I was transitioning to a new person, and I had to cut off a lot of friends. You're gonna have to cut off a lot of friends, folks. Just keep it real. You gotta understand, the people who you surround by are the people who you're gonna become. So if you look at your current friends right now and be like, yeah, he's gonna end up in a 9-to-5 job for the rest of his life. Is that something that you want to do? Or you look at your friend, yeah, this is not a good path that he's taking. He's about to become a drug addict. He's about to do all types of things. Like he's about to get in jail. If that you feel like that's the trajectory of your friend, you're gonna be in that same boat, fella. You're not different. A lot of people be thinking that they're just some special person. You're not different, man. You're not different. Everybody is gonna fall short to this rule, whether they like it or not. You don't see any of these wealthy people out there like, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, or, Steve Harvey, Oprah. You don't see none of these people hanging around with drug addicts. You don't see none of these people hanging around with, criminals, right? They don't roll with those people because they know that if they hang around with 5 drug addicts, they're gonna become the 6th. If they hang out with 5 criminals, they're gonna become the 6th. So it's very important to know who you surround yourself by and who has your ear. That's really the main important thing. Who has your ear? When you say that you want to start this business over here, you say you want to start this drop shipping business over here, you say you want to start this clothing brand, who's in your ear telling you, hey, I don't think that's a good idea? Sometimes you're gonna have to make those sacrifices because only you and God is gonna know what is best for you. Right? So talk to God about it. Pray about it. See what is my purpose in life? Your friends are not going to align with your purpose a lot of times. You got to look at what they're doing. You're going to have to change your friends to people who are going to help you uplift. You guys are going to uplift each other to where y'all trying to be. So relationships, you're going to have to sacrifice that. Right? I had to sacrifice my exes. Because I was looking at their life and I'm like, hold on, they're making these type of actions. This is not where I want to be. This is not what I want to be as my main support system. Because I might have to touch a lot of y'all hearts, but your current girlfriend might not align with your current goals. They're not gonna be the right support system. So I'm not saying, hey, go break up with this person. If you're a man, you're gonna have to become that leader in order to attract the right person in your life. As a woman, you're gonna have to have that right person to attract that type of person in your life. If you want a God-fearing man, if you want a God-fearing woman, if you want somebody that doesn't do drugs, you better not be doing drugs. You know what I mean? You better not be stealing, you better be lying, because what you are is what you're gonna attract. You're gonna attract the same thing, and y'all be complaining about, oh, this, that. Look at yourself, look in the mirror. The second thing I wanna talk about, right, is gonna be your old ways. The things that you've been doing since 3 years old, like the things that you grew up taught, you're gonna have to get rid of them. Because when you're trying to get rich, it ain't about learning new things. That's only half of it. It's also about unlearning things. That's the other half. And I feel like that's the most important half. Because your whole life you've been learned about these certain habits, these certain things, and you created habits, you created behaviors. So now when you go to the store, you're like, I don't have enough money for this. I asked my parents or something, they said, you think money grows on trees? Those things stick in your head like, damn. Waking up at 12 p.m., waking up at 3 p.m., you're gonna have to get away with those old ways. The best way to do that is follow what the ways that you're trying to become. Look at somebody that you're trying to become. Maybe it's one of the multi-millionaires. What are you trying to become, right? Maybe you play basketball. Look at what LeBron does. Like, look at what Curry does. Look at them and be like, hey, what are the habits that they do, right? They wake up, go to the gym early, 7 a.m. They get to it. What are these millionaires doing in the tech space? Maybe you want to become the biggest in tech. Like, what are their habits they do? Copy it. I promise you, the millionaires are the best copycats. Millionaires are the best copycats. Copy what they do. It's that simple. You know, people in my industry, where I'm trying to become, they wake up at 5 a.m. I made a video on that 5 a.m. club. Go watch that. I sacrificed me waking up at 10 a.m. and I have 5 extra hours to my day. Right? That I can spend with God, that I can work out, work on my health, everything. And I can do all that before 10 a.m. even reaches. And then by 10 a.m., I'm getting into my flow state. But what are those ways that you're gonna have to sacrifice? Bad hygiene. You've been growing up with bad hygiene. God, especially my man. Take care of your bodies, man. Women, take care of your bodies, man. Your body is a temple for God. The way you treat your body is how you treat God. Because he created his body for you. But what are your old ways that you had to sacrifice? The old habits, eating bad. You know what I mean? Not going to the gym. Old habits that you've been built up since a kid, right? Not trying new things. You know what I mean? You can't do this because you're black. You can't do this because you're just not good enough. What are the old ways, the things that you've been telling yourself that you can't do, that you need to change? The things that you're currently doing right now is what ended you up here. So what are those things that you're gonna have to change? In 5 years, you can look back at yourself like, damn, I'm glad I made those decisions. Like, damn, I'm really proud of myself. Because I bet your 5-year-old self saying, man, stop what you're doing right now. Change that. You're going to end up in jail, buddy. Man, you're going to have to make that sacrifice. I had to change those ways. I had to change hanging out with friends. I had to change going to parties. I had to change living wild. I had to change those things myself. The reason why I do it is bigger than those sacrifices. You're going to have to find a reason besides money that you do it for. I want to take my mom on vacation. She hasn't been on vacation in 10 years. I want to not be able to say no to people when they ask for money. I want to be able to live a life without having to worry about bills. All those reasons are way bigger than these sacrifices I'm telling you about. If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, join the movement. All right. The third sacrifice that you're gonna have to make is how you spend your time. How do you spend your time? This kind of lines up with the second one, but this is one that's kind of different because this is how you spend your time. How do you spend your time? Are you watching gossip shows all day? Are you watching movies that have nothing to do with what you're trying to do? There's this one show that came out, Love Island. Everybody was talking about it in America. I'm not gonna lie, I have not watched that show yet. Now, would I love to? Yes. But I know I have to make that sacrifice because I know that watching that show is sacrificing my time, and whatever you spend your time with right now, it takes away from what you're spending time on, whatever you're trying to do that's better in your future. You spending time in this area that has nothing to do with what you're trying to do takes away from time for your business, takes away time from you making money, going out there and changing lives. You out there making content. Just think about that. How do you spend your time playing video games all day? Y'all, these companies are making money off of you. As you're playing video games, you're feeding somebody else's generation. Spend your time to feed your own generation. The way you spend your time, you're going to be really happy right now. I promise you're going to be real happy right now. The way you spend your time. But you're not going to have joy because that happiness is not going to last. It's really short term. And I know that for a fact. Back then when I played video games, I felt like I wasn't accomplishing nothing that day. I'm on Fortnite going crazy. I'm on Call of Duty getting these kills, but then I'm like coming back. At the end of the day, I'm like, bro, what have I really done? How do you spend your time? Is it productive? Are you spending your time on money-making activities? Where your time is where your heart is. How you gonna say you want to get closer to God, but you're not reading your Bible? How you gonna say you got closer to God, but you say you ain't got time for Him? You make time for all these other things, but you can't make time for Him. You making time for this, but you can't make time for your business. Y'all, these things that you're spending time on right now, your business, if you spend time in your business, you spend time with God, these are things that are you're planting seeds that are really invisible right now. You really can't see your progression. These seeds that you're planting in the gym, these things you can't really see. You can't physically see calories getting off your body. But guess what? These things are gonna pay you dividends in the future. Because as you work on your business today, you're making sure that you can have fun in the future without having to worry about how am I gonna pay these bills? How am I even gonna live the next month? How am I even gonna pay rent this month? Like, how am I even gonna? These things are gonna make you happy in the short term. What are you doing for your future? They say life is short, but what if you do live another 5 years? They say life is short. What if you do live another 40 years? What you gonna do then? You gonna work at Walmart because of the decisions that you made? We only get one shot at this. If you die today, are you gonna be proud of the actions that you took? You're gonna have to make sacrifices. You're gonna have to make sacrifices for that. I hope y'all like this video. Go in the comment section below. Let me know what the sacrifices that you're gonna have to make. Tell me some stories down there, man. Man, it's a community. I want y'all to be safe. Y'all go share this movement. We just hit 500 subscribers. Let's get 10 likes on this video. And go support the other videos. So many videos I got on this channel that help you on this wealth journey. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers before December, man. I know we can do it. Let's do it. I love y'all.